All right, now Israel's defense minister has interestingly shared some initial findings from a government assessment of the NSO group exports with France. The Pegasus software sold by the Israeli firm NSO reportedly was allegedly used to target no less an individual than the French President Emmanuel Macron himself. Benny Gantz addressed the NSO issue when he met with the French Defense Minister Florence Parly and said that Israel took the allegations of espionage very, very seriously, concerning the Pegasus software to be very serious, adding that Israel grants cyber licenses exclusively to countries and uses for the purpose of dealing with issues such as terrorism and crime. Now, Benny Gantz also informed his French counterpart that officials had visited NSO's office and allegations at this point of time are being thoroughly investigated. Now, this, of course, is the first meeting of the two countries' defense ministers since 2013. French defense minister aims to find out as to what knowledge the Israeli government had of the activities of NSO's clients and what arrangements had been put in place to prevent these highly intrusive hacking tools from being hijacked. Now, Israel's defense ministry is overseeing the commercial exports of cyber surveillance technology. Remember, NSO is just one company. There are many others who do pretty much the same job. And also, it is a part of a high-level task force that is at this point of time assessing allegations about Pegasus that have been published last week by 17 different media organizations around the world. Now, Israel's defense establishment has set up a committee to review NSO's business, including the process through which export licenses are granted. Now, Israel has also set up a senior interministerial team to assess any possible misuse of this particular spyware. A report that was published recently by several media organizations had said that this software used for hacking had been used to hack into smartphones of many individuals across the world. Now, Pegasus is actually able to switch on a phone's camera or a microphone without the user or the owner of the smartphone even being aware of this, and with that harvest data. Its list of alleged targets had included at least about 880 journalists, 600 politicians, including some very high-profile ones like Emmanuel Macron, the French president, 85 human rights activists and 65 business leaders. Now, French President Emmanuel Macron's phone was, of course, on a list of targets that were possibly under surveillance, reportedly by Morocco, which had used NSO's Pegasus software. Macron, who had to change his phone and also his phone number, has now called for a very thorough investigation as to what data had been stolen from his phone. Now, the creator of the spyware, the NSO group, of course, has rejected these reports, saying that it is full of wrong assumptions and uncorroborated theories. NSO has further said that Pegasus was intended for use only by vetted governments and their intelligence and law enforcement agencies to fight terrorism and crime. So it's finding it extremely hard to explain how Emmanuel Macron's phone may have potentially been hacked. Now, NSO has further said that it does not know the specific identities of the people against whom the clients to whom it sells the software could use Pegasus. But if it were to receive a complaint, then it can acquire the target list and unilaterally shut down the software for any clients found to have misused the Pegasus software. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.